beautiful, succulent, juicy, grilled chicken, tomatoes, onions, chilies. Wow. Forget all that. It's all about the rice. Bukhari rice. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, how you doing? Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. On the menu today, we're going to be making this beautiful rice, Bukhari rice. Tons and tons of lovely flavors in there. Possibly, I would say, the tastiest rice in the world, which would also mean the solar system and the universe, wouldn't it? It really, really is delicious. It does take a little while to cook, but it is fab. Super, super fab. Let's get on with it. So the first thing that we're going to be doing here is we're going to make our own masala powder or curry powder, or the powder that's going to go into this rice. So let's take a look at what we've got. By the way, all of the amounts of everything are going to be down in the text below. So we've got bay leaf, cinnamon, coriander seeds, salt, turmeric, green cardamom, black peppercorns, cloves, black lime powder, chili flakes, and a little bit there of food color. You can use it in a powder form like I am, or in a liquid form. That's a dark orange red. In fact, let me just show you that. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of the whole masala here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to put it into a dry pan. We're going to just roast it off for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to add it all together and grind it, and then we've got a really beautiful, essential masala powder. Okay, so nothing to it. A dry pan or skillet, the green cardamom, the coriander seeds, black peppercorns, cloves, cinnamon stick, and bay leaves. Now you really can play around with the amounts. Maybe you want less clove in there, more coriander. It's entirely up to you. The heat is on high. We're just going to do this for like 2 minutes until it just starts to smoke. Once that happens, we're going to take it off the heat, and like I say, we're then going to put it into a grinder, like a coffee grinder or something like that, or a spice grinder. Add the other 5 ingredients, and then this masala is done and ready. So there you go, absolutely incredible aromas already. We're now going to add into that the salt, the black lime or lemon. Now I've got the powder form. If you want, you could have a whole black lime. If you're going to do that, no need to roast it, but obviously you'd have to put it into the machine. Turmeric, dried chili, and that tiny little bit of color. Be really careful with that stuff. If you get it on your hands, it's quite difficult to get off. Right, we're going to give that a little mix, and then we're ready. You can buy this mix in some stores already done, but it's absolutely nowhere near as good as what we've just done by making it nice and fresh. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. So the next step is, I've got like 2 regular sized carrots there, cut them nice and thin, and here I've got some sultanas. You can use sultanas or raisins, it's up to you. What we're going to do is we're going to get to the cooker, a little bit of oil. I'm going to use olive oil. We're going to fry these off just for about 2 to 3 minutes, set them aside, and then we can move on again. Okay, so little oil. Like I say, I'm using olive oil, you don't have to. Drop in your carrots. You can actually grate them if you want as well, if that's quicker for you. Drop in your dried fruit of choice, sultanas or raisins. Medium heat, couple of minutes. Keep it moving. So easy. Now this rice does take a while, but believe me, it really is worth it. Really worth it. Okay, off goes the heat. Nice and gently cooked. Now my carrots for some people might be a bit big, but I like them featured in there. Like I say, if you wanted, cut them smaller or even grate it in. We're going to set that aside. We can move on. Okay, we're looking good. So we've got our masala done. We've done the carrots there. Now we're going to look at our rice. Now I'm using a basmati rice. There's lots of different qualities of rice. Try and use a nice quality one. What we're going to do is I'm going to wash this in some cold water 3 or 4 times, cover it in cold water, soak it for about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so we've got our beautiful masala there. Our rice is soaking, our carrots and our raisins or sultanas are ready. We're going to go to the cooker now. We're going to start with some other spices, some onion, garlic, get the rice in eventually. We're kind of on the way. Stick with me. In fact, well done for sticking with me so far. This really is delicious. Okay, so the final stage, here we go. We've got onion, garlic, coriander seeds, cinnamon stick, green cardamom, cumin seeds, and tomato paste. You know, one of those little kind of Tetra Pak type things there. We're also going to need some form of stock, some chicken stock I'm using today. I'll show you that just a bit later, but let's get going. We're on our way now. So we're going to need a large pot with a lid. In there again, I've got some oil and I'm using olive oil. We're going to drop in the green cardamom, the coriander, the cumin, and the cinnamon. Just for a few seconds, let them do their thing in that oil. They'll infuse it and give it an amazing flavor, so don't skip this part. We're now going to add in our onion, our garlic, and as you can see in here, we're on quite a high heat, 3 to 4 minutes. Keep it moving. Let's get those onions cooked in with those beautiful, beautiful spices. Absolutely wonderful. We're now going to drop in that tomato paste. It's like 120 grams there or something. We really need to cook this out now in the oil, onions and spices. But before we go, we're going to add some of our beautiful masala. Okay, we're going to keep cooking this now for about maybe 5 minutes, I think. Stirring all the time. Fabulous stuff. Next up, we're ready for our rice. So let's get our rice in there. Just drain that off a bit. To the rice, we're going to add salt. We're going to add our stock. I'm just using a couple of bouillon cubes. And like I say, you could use chicken, vegetable, lamb, or beef stock, entirely up to you. And then we're going to add water. Let me turn the heat right back up. Then we're going to add water here. Now the water ratio is, if you're using 1 bowl of rice, you need 2 bowls of water. Incredible, incredible stuff. Let's bring this to the boil. Once it reaches boiling point, I'm going to pop a lid on it. We're going to let it cook. Look at that, I mean, it's incredible. We're going to let that cook for about 8 minutes on a kind of rolling boil. I'll be back when we put the lid on. Okay, so we're just reaching the boiling point now. We're going to turn this down to a medium heat. Lid's going to go on. We're going to go for about 8 minutes. I'll be back then. Okay, so we've now gone from a medium heat to a low heat. Let me let you show that, show what's going on. Look at that. So we're on a low heat now. Beautiful colours, amazing, amazing flavours. Lid back on, low heat, about another 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so we've gone from high heat, medium heat, low heat. We're now heat off. Let's take a look. So the heat is now off. I've just turned it off. Now just let it sit for another 4 minutes. Okay, so it's been sitting for a few minutes. I don't know if you remember these carrots and raisins. That was some time ago, wasn't it? But they're going in now. I'm just gonna turn it into the rice. Now the rice is still a little bit wet. I want to just steam it out a little bit more. So, lid back on. About another 2 or 3 minutes, we're done. Okay, and there you go. Absolutely delicious. I mean, that is, I think, the tastiest rice I've ever had. Bukhari rice is so, so delicious. I love it so much. I think I prefer it over biryani, to be honest, and I love biryani. That's it. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment and say hello. We do want to know that you're fine, safe and well. We'll see you soon. Lots of love.